So a lot of people ask me, Neron, now that you're done with school, do you have any tips or advice for me now that I'm going to school? People don't actually ask me that. Now that I've finished from school at UC Berkeley, go Bears! I'm sure I can say that I've gone through quite a lot and experienced quite a number of scenarios as well. Although, as a disclaimer, I can't say I've experienced everything. That would be lying. So I'm gonna give you a couple of tips to help you do well in school. Not necessarily academically, but just to do well in general. Tip number 1! You do you! The only person that can make you happy, for sure, is yourself. That means going out to try new things just because you want to. Sure, some of them won't be as great as others, but find one that makes you happy. I met lots of people in college that were doing things for a long period of time, only to realize that it wasn't for them. Especially in university and college, where you're basically surrounded by so many different opportunities to take and people to meet. Sure, you might not find the right activity, club, or group of friends immediately, but trust me, everything takes a little time. Don't rush it. Tip number 2! It can always be better! This is one of my life mottos, so I can relate to it a lot. Mediocrity is something I always personally struggled with. One thing that I always remembered was what you put into it is what you get out. Meaning that the outcome that you'll get will probably be just as rewarding as how much effort you put into that specific thing. Sometimes I didn't put as much effort as I wanted to, and I regretted it. But I learned from those mistakes. And I applied what I learned from those mistakes later down the line, so it'll help me, and for sure, in my opinion, it's helped me grow in the long run. Tip number 3! Don't waste food that you paid for! Another one of my life mottos. If you're going to college or university, you know one way or another, by you, your family, scholarships, or grants, or whatever it is, you're paying thousands of dollars for your tuition. So with that said, don't waste your money on food that you've already paid for, or anything else that you have paid for already as well. That shit's nourishment right there though, like come on man, you don't waste food. That means if you're in a restaurant and you didn't finish your meal, I see 2 options. 1, take it home and eat it later. Don't just go throwing it away, what the hell's wrong with you? 2, give it to your friend and let them take it home or eat it. That's me though. If you ever go out with me and don't finish your food, let me have your food. Yeah? Seriously, I'll eat your food. My only caveat is buffets and dining halls. Just because you can eat as much as you want, don't be eating too much where you're getting stuffed, getting fat, unhealthy, and all of that stuff. It's not worth it. You'll get fat and unhealthy like me in the past. Tip number 4! Not everyone's gonna like you! This goes back to tip number 1. Do what makes you happy. And if that means being yourself, I guarantee you 100%, not everyone's gonna like you. I sure as hell pissed off a lot of people while I was in college. You don't have to be a people pleaser, but don't go around pissing people off like, no, that's not cool. Don't be that guy. Treat others with respect, whether you don't like them or they don't like you. Tip number 5! Your professor doesn't care about you until you talk to them yourself. So this one usually applies to public universities with larger class sizes, but regardless, you should go visit your professor, your TA, your GSI, whatever they're called at your school or university. To school staff, especially in large lecture halls, you're just a name and a number on their class roster. But if you go to office hours and you get to know them outside of class as well, you can build a nice, friendly, and professional relationship. Trust me, it's worth it in the long run. Possibly more help with class material, networking you into jobs and internships, or even just a recommendation letter for a job or internship down the line. Trust me, it's gonna be worth it. Tip number 6! You're a student before anything else! You're at school to get an education. The only time this doesn't apply to you is if you're a student athlete and you're there on an athlete's contract, which is pretty much not most of you. Before all the clubs, the parties, and the jobs you become a part of, remember, you're there to get an education. Mental, emotional, physical health are also really important. So remember to take care of yourself and at least try to do well in school. Last tip! Fun! I'm not gonna lie to you, it's gonna be difficult sometimes. It's not even worth trying to sugarcoat that. It is what it is, and if you're having a hard time, just remember, I believe in you. If you're going to college or university or you plan to, come on, the fact that you're already planning to or already there, that means you already put the effort and hard work to get where you are. And that alone shows that you can get through this. I believe in you. You got this. So if you have any questions that you'd like me to answer about my experiences at Berkeley or college in general, just let me know in the comment section below or message me on social media. So if you liked the video, like, comment, and subscribe per usual. And with that said, I'll see you soon.